Blueberry ingredients come in a wide variety of formats: dried, infused, pureed, powdered, frozen, canned, and more, offering a broad range of solutions for product innovation. When COVID forced people to eat every meal at home and worry if the grocery store would close, the frozen foods market thrived. Anxious consumers stocked up on frozen entrees, pizzas, desserts, and other goods, driving demand to unprecedented levels. According to American Frozen Food Institute, the category totaled $65.1 billion in retail sales in 2020. The dollar value of frozen food sales jumped 21% last year, and unit sales climbed 13.3%. The top 5 frozen department categories last year were ice cream at $6.7 billion, pizza at $4.8 billion, seafood at $4.8 billion, frozen novelties at $4.6 billion, and complete meals at $4.5 billion. It wasn't always this way. After several years of flat or dwindling sales, the category suddenly sprung to life in 2018 and has been growing ever since. 2020 was a particularly good year. Frozen foods provide many of the things consumers look for most in shopping and preparation. Things like convenience, whether entrees or entire meals. Frozen foods are the original meal kits, providing at least all the ingredients for an entree, if not all the components for a multi-course meal. Most products are microwavable. Quality preparation. A research chef or food scientist with lots of experience created that frozen food entree and optimized it for the microwavable or convectional oven. Variety. Even if you're not skilled in preparing Indian or Middle Eastern cuisine, the creators of those frozen entrees are. Healthful. Frozen ingredients like vegetables and fruits retain as much and sometimes more nutrients than their fresh counterparts, and developing more healthful entrees has been a priority for product developers for a decade or more now. But 2020 wasn't without its challenges. Product developers had some difficulties finding enough of the functional ingredients that are key to quality frozen products. Things like gums, hydrocolloids, starches, emulsifiers, and sometimes antioxidants. Some processors ran out of space for even the short-term storage of frozen products. Rastelli Food Groups, for instance, increased its blast freezing capabilities and added 45,000 square feet of frozen storage space because of new business during the pandemic. The pandemic surge in e-commerce meant dry ice became difficult to find. Supply shortages forced Rastelli Foods also to invest $2 million in equipment to make its own dry ice. One supplier company that jumped on the frozen food opportunity was Pelton Shepherd. The company stepped up production of its refrigeration packs, which are used to maintain the temperature of consumer shipments of refrigerated or frozen foods. Latching onto another consumer trend, the company last year created a new product, Enviro Ice, which keeps food frozen during shipping and can be recycled as plant food once it is thawed. Enviro Ice proved especially popular for manufacturers of meal kits. Will frozen food sales continue strong as the COVID pandemic subsides? The American Frozen Food Institute argues that signs point towards continued strength. Frozen foods cover all meal times, and with the work from home trend likely to continue at some level after the pandemic, demand for convenient meals at home should remain robust. Likewise, online food sales jumped 84% in 2020. And while that may moderate, most experts think higher online food sales are here to stay. Frozen foods play a huge role in that category. Ultimately, though, it may be simply habit that keeps frozen food flying out of stores. More people tried frozen foods during the past year, and as with all trials, many will stick with them.